So in this video, I'm going to share with you a challenge that I did at the end of last year. I just wanted to share my thoughts on it so that, if in the event that you would like to embark on any of such challenge, I hope that what I have to share with you can help you to accomplish your own challenge. So at the end of last year, sometime in September, I decided to start a challenge to challenge myself. I thought I would get started to doing a 30-day challenge where I would run 5 kilometers every day for 30 days. There are a couple of reasons why I wanted to embark on this challenge. Firstly, it's because I was also roped in to be part of a Yellow Ribbon Run project where we will run miles to ask for donation, right? So I figured that the only way I can accumulate or clock the mileage is really to embark on a challenge like that where I run 5 kilometers every day, because I simply do not have the time to go for long runs. Simply no time. And the second reason was really to set a personal challenge for myself. I have been active, I've done a lot of things, I've gone on stage for bikini competition, but I have not done something like that where I do one thing every day for 30 days. So I thought it'd be a good challenge for myself, alright? It's a personal thing. And see how I, come out of it. And that reason really was time management. At that point in time, I felt that the timing was good. I mean, last year was really a very busy year. The twins had PSLE, so I was very busy with them. I had my own work, and then I really do not have a lot of spare time in the 24 hours that I have. So there are many things that I cannot do, but I certainly believe that I can commit to 5 kilometers a day. 5 kilometers a day would take me maybe 40 minutes. I'm not that fast a runner, so 40 minutes plus warm up, plus cool down and everything. So about 45 minutes or so of time, I feel that I can commit to that, okay? So, and that's it. 3 big reasons why I decided, okay, I'll just get on with the challenge and see how I came out with it. And I did great. Okay, it was awesome. I had great start to it. There was great momentum. I planned my 5 kilometers run every single day. You kind of have to pretty much plan ahead of time. Like, maybe like the day before, I have to think about where I want to slot in my 5 kilometers run already. Sometimes it's in the morning, sometimes it's after class in the midday. Sometimes if my husband is not around or he's back late and I have no time in the day, then I have to wait for him to come back and I'll head out for a late run. So a lot of things involved in making this work, but then it worked great all the way up to day 21. Day 21, that means 3 consecutive weeks of running 5 kilometers every day. So up to day 21, and then suddenly on day 22, my body was like aching so much. Hello from Wild Wild Wet. I'm all huddled up today because I'm not feeling well. I haven't been feeling well since yesterday actually. Suddenly the body ache was so terrible, and I was feeling a bit chilly and feverish. I was aching so much that I couldn't I couldn't walk. Like I really rarely have this feeling of when my body aches so much that I couldn't really stand properly, my lower back especially. Then I just had to take a break. I could not run anymore. I just had to stop. So it turns out that Mr. COVID visited. That was really the first time we got COVID, and we didn't really know. I didn't know that backache and body aches was part of the symptom because I wasn't really coughing or anything. So it turns out COVID hit, and then I simply had to stop. I simply had to stop the challenge. It was a waste because I really planned it super well so that I finished the first leg and first bulk of it in Singapore, and then I will end like maybe 5 days of run in Australia, because I had planned to go bring my daughter to Australia to climb, so to spend a bit of daughter and mom bonding traveling time climbing in Australia. So I had to get well, so I had to stop and recover. So my body said stop, so I stopped. My body said it needs to rest, so I rested. Because honestly, I didn't want to disappoint my girl of not recovering and then not being able to make the trip eventually. So I said I I had to get well. So I stopped myself, I really rested, I didn't do anything, I manifested, I will get well, I will get well, I will get well. And sure enough, I really got well. The test kit was negative, and then I was well enough to fly over to Sydney. And then even when I was in Sydney, I was a bit worried too, because I have heard of COVID lungs, where, you know, after having COVID, you know, there are friends who tell me that, you know, the lungs were just not back at 100% capacity and they have problem getting back to their original fitness. They can really feel it in the lungs. So I was pretty worried about that. And so yeah, I really took it easy. So even in Sydney, I really rested, took my time to rest, climbed a little bit. Most of the time was accompanying my daughter as she did her climbs, and then, you know, going around on hikes with her. Then after that, the boys came in to join us. And yeah, I really took the entire trip as a break. So that was how my 30-day challenge got disrupted and the momentum got broken, and I did not finish the challenge at all. Okay, so but I did rest very well. I really spent my time very well with the kids in the Blue Mountains as well. And then when we came back from Sydney, I thought that, you know, I should restart the 30-day challenge, because it's kind of a bit like an unfinished business, and, you know, almost there, completing it already, but not there. So I just thought, okay, I should maybe have another go with it again, but pending two factors. One, that my lungs are good to go, and two, the window of opportunity must be good. I have to confess that, you know, after we came back from Australia, the window of opportunity for me was not as good as previously, but I thought I would just give it a go too. So turns out my lungs were good, so okay, that's no problem, and I can continue with the challenge. Then came all the events and schedules, which make it really hard for me to do 5 kilometers a day. After day 10, I decided, okay, that's it. I'm not going to continue with it. That's where I did a DNF, did not finish. And that's how I failed my 30-day challenge. I did not complete it, I failed it, I did not finish. But does that make me a failure? I don't think so. I don't think I want to call myself a failure just because of that. But there are really different priorities at different stages of life. As much as I wanted to complete the challenge, but there are other priorities in life at that time that I want to pay my attention to. I decided not to fixate on the 30-day challenge and to focus my time on the kids instead. So post this challenge, I've actually come up with 8 takeaways to share with you, that in the event that you want to embark on such a challenge, I hope that these takeaways can help you to better consider, you know, what you're up for, and help you to better plan and perhaps, you know, even ace your challenge. Alright, so I wrote down 8 takeaways. I'm just gonna write it down. I don't know, maybe COVID affected my brains too, and I need notes nowadays. Alright, so the very first one is that consistency is key. Yeah, I mean, what do you expect? It's a 30 days challenge doing the same thing. You have to be consistent. 30-day challenge is all about consistency. It's really not an easy thing to do the same thing every single day. Alright, so which brings me to my second point. You have to keep it interesting. So for myself, when I did the 30 days challenge, what I try to plan or make it different or interesting for myself is that I run at different places. So if I'm home, I have my backyard to run at, and then if I'm running after a class, I'll look for somewhere that's nearby which is interesting and more beautiful, like the botanic gardens, or you know, somewhere in the forest or whatsoever. So I mix and match my different runs so that it's a different 5 kilometers, so that I see different views. Oh my gosh, I cannot imagine if I have to do 30 days of run on the same route every day, seeing the same things. Okay, and that's why I was really excited to and looking forward towards the end of 30 days, because towards the end of 30 days I would be in Australia and I will be running at a totally different place in a totally different neighborhood with totally different air. So I was really looking forward to it, but well, that was not meant to be. Point number 3, don't be ambitious. all right? For myself, I found that 5 kilometers was acceptable for me because, I mean, you just have to take into account of the time, right? 5 kilometers for me would take about, like I mentioned, I'm not a fast runner, so about 40 minutes or so. On a normal day, on a bad day, even longer. Okay, so that's about the amount of time I can afford to commit into this challenge. You ask me to do a 10 kilometers every day, and that's totally impossible. All right, okay, that would take too much time. And then the other thing is, yeah, you have to plan something such that it fits into your schedule on a daily basis. And number 4, support your tribe. All right, you have to make sure that you get the buy-in from your tribe and your support system. For me, my husband was really supportive when he heard that I wanted to start this 30-day challenge. He was really supportive, and that's why he was very eager to come home, stand in for me, so that I can head out for my run and things like that. But of course, it was also in a year where his work allowed him to do that. Some years he's not around. Sometimes then it's not possible to expect support from him. But then you have your tribe, your friends, like my friends, my running kakis, and then my mom. So people like that, to stand in for the kids and the family when I want to head out to complete my challenge. Right? It's inevitable. Okay. 5th point is, honestly, it's linked to point 2 in a way, but the thing is, I don't like mundane. So the thing is, the 30 days challenge, you're doing the same thing every single day. After a while, I was a little bit bored with 5 kilometers. Sure, it's one of the easiest thing to do. I would say running is the easiest thing to do because you kind of like just put on your shoes, go downstairs, and you go. All right. Oh, please warm up too. Okay. So you gotta warm up, put on your shoes, and go, not just go. Okay. So the thing is, I miss the other activities too. I know if you send what I do on IG and all that, I do not just run. I love. I'm not the top-notch climber now, but I still love to climb. I love to go to the gym. I like to swim. I want to do my weights. So I like to mix and match things to do throughout the week. And if I had to commit to the 5 kilometers run every day, that's like 40 minutes to 1 hour of time, including the warming up, cooling down, washing up. That's really the only activity I can commit to in a day. Alright, I really do not have the luxury of time to spend another, hour or 2 hours or so and engage in another activity. So if I commit to this, then I know I have to forego and sacrifice other activities. What other things are you willing to forego if you do not have the luxury of time? And point number 6, if you're doing a running challenge like me, you must remember to mobilize and release your tight muscles, because you're doing repetitive motions every single day. I don't know, for 30 days, it adds up to a lot. So all those tight muscles that help, all those muscles that help with running, they will all tighten up. So you have to keep in mind to release, and also try to incorporate some other mobility movements so that you do not get injuries or chronic pains after the 30 days. Okay? And point number 7. Oh gosh, you really have to prioritize the calendar. Like for myself, I actually really do have to think about when I need to slot in the run the night before. So I already plan through the day what's going to happen, and then what's the best time in the day for me to slot in the 5 kilometers so that I can keep up with the challenge. All right, and if you need to find your babysitters, you have to find it a day in advance at least, right? Yeah. So, and then the last point is, although you're embarking on the challenge, you should listen to your body. Like for me, that was a very good learning lesson. By day 21, my body just broke down. It said, stop it. I had to stop. All right. I mean, what else could I do, right? I don't know. I'm not a no pain, no gain person. That's like so old school already. But honestly, really listen to your body. If your body says no, this is not something that it likes, then yeah, we should respect what the body is telling you, and perhaps think about other things that your body would like to do instead. So yeah, honor what your body is telling you, listen to it. Hopefully this can help you to embark on something really interesting, really challenging, so that you have a fulfilling, fit and healthy lifestyle. I'll see you in the next video.